Well, hello guys, welcome to another video. So first of all, I want to give a quick shout out to my stepmom for actually coming over and bringing some food over and a new tea towel. I greatly appreciate it, and it was lovely to see you again, and I'm sure I'll see Dad and my sisters once quarantine's over. So as you can see by the title of this video, we're going over my most scary experience. So of course I'm going to go through some of my others first, like an honorable mention kind of thing, and also comment below your scary experiences. Maybe I'll do a video on it. So number one is when I had my operations. So my feet were twisted from birth, and my growth was being halted. So when I had my operations, I was absolutely terrified. All I remember is passing out as I went into the operation theatre as the doors closed. But honestly, I was like 10 or 11 at the time, and I was absolutely petrified. My next one actually involves Aaron. So we were walking through some like factories. We'd just been where had we been? I think we were coming back from mine or something, and going to his house, and we see this guy in this bush, just bashing with these two big like branches, and he started coming towards us, and we booked it. We were gone, and I actually ran into a bench at the time, but then we actually find out that this guy normally does it for some reason. Also, another one actually made me panicky a bit. This was recent. I think it was like the last time I was over at Aaron's. We were walking, and two guys were just standing next to this closed factory, and they just started following us. And I'm like, Aaron. They are following us. He's like, I know. Just carry on walking. And then we got past like a certain point, and they stopped. I don't know if they were gonna try and rob us. I don't know if they were gonna do anything like that. But it was downright scary in my mind. Next one actually involves my family. So one night, so everything's going fine. You know, I watched some TV with parents, and I was going upstairs, and I hear the sound of keys being pulled at the front door. I'm just like walking, and I freeze in pure panic. I'm like, Dad. He's like, what's up? I'm like, did you hear that sound? It sounded like keys coming out the door, and then I put my hand on the door, and there was no keys in the lock. And they scrambled up, you know, like looking around, and they're like, oh shit. There's no keys. So I went to bed because Dad told me to go sleep. An hour later, I'm being shaken awake by my dad, and he's like, Luke, there are two men outside. So I rushed downstairs. We opened the door, and there's literally these two men in like big beanies and masks, and they look like the guys from Home Alone. And they're like, oh yeah, here's your keys. My stepmom grabbed them. We just slammed the door on their faces because they were expecting payment, and they threw a snowball at the door in rage. But honestly, that was such a scary time. We actually encountered robbers. Do I have any more severely scary experiences? I could go through some as a kid. So as a kid, me and my sister Julie were tasked to look after like the neighbour's pet as they went on holiday, and we always heard this hiss coming from upstairs, psh, psh, all the time, and we were so nervous to go upstairs. I went upstairs, heard it, legged it back down, but then it turned out to be a Febreze sprayer, just like spraying air freshener. We were terrified of an air freshener. But yeah, that was just me as a kid. I'm still as bloody jumpy. Like, my boiler makes some very strange noises, and like I can be just like awake at midnight and hear or bang bang. I'm like, it's like no. So is there anything more like severely scary before I get on to the really bad stuff? I don't think there is. So I think I'll get on to my most scary experiences now. So all of this involves my beliefs. Some of you may know, I'm a guyist. So I believe in Mother Nature and the power of Mother Nature, but I also have a intense fear in spirits. So I know some of you will say this is mumbo jumbo, but it's my beliefs, and everybody's entitled to their belief. So my first one is when I first saw my friend Harmony. So I will say this: she ended her own life last year, and I saw her for the first time around September, and I can't remember if this was in a dream or real life, but all I saw was just black eyes. All she could do was scream. She was pale white and just wrapped in chains. And I swear I've seen it a few times, like around the house. It was also when I first saw James for the first time. What the heck? Yeah, I see things all the time. But anyway, because James, of course, his heart shut down in his sleep, and I see him a lot. But my most scary experience was when I was in year 7, so I'm like 10, 11. So I was at a boarding school in the countryside, a very old mansion. I was taking down the laundry, which was like a good 5 minutes away from everybody else. The lights flicker off, and all I see is this girl, like long black hair, black dress, not black dress, a white dress, just float across in front of me. And I run into the laundry room. The door shuts and gets jammed, and I'm just there shaking the door, like banging on it, screaming for help. But actually, when it comes to my mind, that's not my most scary experience. I think my most scary experience is when I almost drowned. This was actually in Spain, and I was cocky. I was a cocky bastard, and I'm like, I can swim. Then I go into the deep end. I start to get quite weak, and I started to drown. And some random guy jumped in, pulled me out, and saved my life. So yeah, I think that's my most scary experience. And Aaron, I have a question for you. You know my beliefs. Why did you listen to me so strongly when I started to tell you more about my experiences with demons? Because one made me cough up blood last year. That's my worst experience with them. It's mostly just seeing things move or whatever. Are any of you are any of you spiritually inclined? Meaning, do you see things move? Do you hear random bangs or voices? I do all the time, but I want to know, Aaron, have you had experiences? Because I found it kind of weird that you were suddenly listening intently to what I had to say. But anyway, this is where this video ends, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.